we got some drama in La La Land. The Lakers, Darvin Ham on the hot seat. You know, this is what happens, man. You win the in-season tournament, you then lose more than you're supposed to, and you got two studs in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Of course, they're dealing with some injuries, but Darvin Ham tinkering with rotation hasn't seemed to find the elixir to cure it all. And guys aren't too happy, man. Guys aren't too happy. You know when LeBron didn't want to speak to the media, something was going to happen the next day. You just knew it. So, and here we are. Here we are, Darvin Ham on the hot seat, getting pushed back yet again, even though this team did go to the Western Conference Finals last year, even though this team did win the in-season tournament, here we are. P, going back to you once again. This Lakers drama, man. Is it time for Darvin Ham to go? Should he stay? Or you'll get LeBron James saying, man, this is what you do all the time. You bring in your roster, you construct this team. We should be looking at you.
Man, this is a tough one. Just because it's always hard for me to really think that it's fair on these coaches that land this Laker job. I didn't think that Frank Vogel should have gotten blamed and fired. I get it. You know, whenever there's a move that needs to be made, franchises think that the coach is the answer. I'm one to argue that I think the Lakers may be in a situation because they're too prone to get rid of the coach. When you fire and hire a coach, there's so much time that is needed. You know what I mean? And I don't think you give yourself enough chance to reset. I think in a perfect world, a coach can come in a year one and all of his philosophies and relationships and the continuity can hit directly and you can just have it all done. But there are some times, and combo is play high level basketball. It doesn't always work like that. You know what I mean? It isn't like NBA 2K. So for me, it's just hard for me to look past the Lakers not having or giving themselves and their team enough time since LeBron has gotten there. It's just been like it's always a revolving door with the players, front office people. We saw Magic Johnson leave abruptly, the head coaching spot. And I just think that it's hard to have consistency on the floor when you don't have the consistency anywhere else. And even now, like they're getting linked to Zach LaVine. And it's just like anytime it ain't the most sunshine state, the Lakers are looking for some way to make some type of move and splash. And like Combo said earlier, when you talk about an 82-game season, there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and then there's going to be parts where you just moving. And the Lakers, they don't really handle these adversity moments really too well because it leads them to panic. And I still think they're recovering from the biggest panic, which was giving up key role players to go out and get Russell Westbrook, who never fit the equation on paper and on the floor. And they're still recovering from that. That led them to give up KCP, who's a champion with the Denver Nuggets now and playing an incredible role. They gave up Kyle Kuzma, who's doing this thing in Washington. They also lost Alex Caruso, who is now one of the most sought-after players on the NBA market, especially for contending teams. The Lakers, I don't know. They're going to continue to be in a situation until they learn to just pause and kind of figure it out. It just never seems like they want to figure things out. It's always going outside of what we have here to fix the problems.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the Lakers and part of me just puts us back. And this is why I look at LeBron James because this is his doing where everywhere he's gone, he's outside of Miami, I'll say. Like in Cleveland, he created his team. He gets to LA, he creates his team. There's a coach that he wants to choose, right? I mean, he won a chip with Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel gets fired the next year. I'm like, was that the right move? I mean, you talked about a team that won the entire thing when they were in the bubble, and you don't even have most of that roster
Second
anymore.
year.
That was
They won. They got kicked out by Phoenix. They didn't make the playoffs, and then he got fired. So
then he got fired. You're right. So then he gets fired right after that second year, and I'm like, was that really the move that you needed to do? Like, I felt like you needed somebody like him with that veteran who's understands like that veteran coaching presence to like really organize a team. And then, you get a rookie head coach in Darvin Ham. And it's like, it just screams more of like, I want to make sure the teams ran my way more than the way to actually function. And so when I see this, I'm like, this is not really a Ham's fault. I mean, he got all the guys that you really wanted out there. I mean, most of the team members I think are signed with Clutch, right? So it's like between that, this is your team. You've created this. And so for me to see Ham being the guy that's the victim of all of this just doesn't feel right, man. It just does not sit well with me.
Wasn't it all
Andrew,
good just a week ago? It was all good just a week ago. Or 3 weeks ago. They were raising banners, man.
they did raise the banner.
They're
And they've been
raising
3-9
banners out
since
here.
raising that since essentially since the in-season tournament.
No, I have to bring a whole bar up. All right. But like, I don't know who to blame, really, the players or the coach, but I would say there's a disconnect if you hear them talk about the games, because the players keep saying no excuses. I know guys are out. We got to win. Every game is a must win. And then Darvin Ham is more like, we got a lot of injuries, this, that, and the third. So all I know is they're not on the same page. Whoever the issue is, I don't know what it is, but there seems to be a definite disconnect with him and the team. I do think, like, we talked about how troublesome things are for the Warriors. I do think I would actually still put this team, the Lakers, in legit title contention, in the pool of that. With, I said OKC has a chance. I think Denver is the favorites. Like, I would bet on Denver. But I do think they still have a chance with Anthony Davis, LeBron James in the playoffs. I really believe in those two. Austin Reeves has been playing better, even though slow start. We get Rui back healthy, and I think they got enough depth in the playoffs to still make a run. Do you guys think there is a move to be made that could really help this team? And is there enough trade pieces to make that move? Like, if you guys got to put on your GM hat.
I would probably go after DeJounte Murray. I think you need another guard out there that you can trust. I mean,
do you like that mix with LeBron and DeJounte, though?
yeah, I think anything's better than D'Angelo Russell on that roster. That's how I look at it as. I guess the only thing is, like, because DeJounte is he's a guy, as we were talking about, needing to be on ball to really be effective. Like, that's my only question, because LeBron is a guy who likes to control the rock.
100%.
That would be my only question. But the only thing I would say is that with DeJounte Murray, I'm sure LeBron could get him to fit into what the Lakers want to do, but you need some more defense on that roster too, and D'Angelo doesn't offer you that.
I wonder do you guys think they could be good enough defensively to win?
To win what?
A championship.
I mean, I'm sorry, with DeJounte, with the trade?
No, with the current roster.
No, they're 17 and 18. I don't think they could do anything good enough to win to win a championship right now.
So you would say if they kept things the same, there's no chance they could win a championship?
I'm never going to say there's no chance for anything with LeBron James. But if as a betting man and as an analyst, I would say I don't have them winning. I would pick a lot of more teams in the Western Conference to come out west in the Lakers.
So straight up, you would definitely have OKC as a higher chance of winning a championship this year. That's a tough one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when guys like us three are up here, all we have is what's in front of us. They're a 17 and 18 team. I'm looking at the Timberwolves, who are 24 and 9. You got the Thunder 23 and 10, and Nuggets fresh off a championship 25 and 11. The Clippers are doing a thing with James Harden in the mix. Like, all I have is the stuff in front of me. Now, the tricky part is the history. It is LeBron James. It is Anthony Davis. OKC doesn't have experience. The Timberwolves don't have as much experience. But, like, I mean, damn, the Lakers got experience and it's 17 and 18. So how much do I look at that experience? You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, it ain't the playoffs, but the Lakers are they're not coasting and purposely trying to be 17 and 18. So I have to try to look into that as well. And when you talk about the moves that they can make, there's no perfect player out there for them. You go and you get DeJounte. The scary thing about DeJounte, he just recently signed an extension. The thing, though, is he is a clutch athlete. So, Alex, you're on the money with that. But I don't think that they would want to tie themselves up with somebody like DeJounte at that price and for that length, because if it doesn't work out, you're kind of stuck there. The second guy who is also a clutch representative is Zach LaVine. Again, same issue. $40 million, a few years left on that contract. If it doesn't work, it's hard to shake that. I'm looking at lesser names. I'm trying to think, like, a guy who I love, and I want the Knicks to at least attempt to see what's going on. And we just saw the report before I came on here. Malcolm Brogdon.
I knew you were
Malcolm
gonna say that
Brogdon.
name.
We said
only-
that last episode, P.
Oh, good
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to y'all. I
Yeah.
just when you talk about not even just the Lakers, I just think like for
The
me.
Knicks we were talking about, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
super shout out to y'all. I've been
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that for a while.
Yeah.
Thank that. That's good. Let's get them. But when you say put your GM hat on, when I look at any contending team, East or West, I'm looking for good basketball players. And I think y'all just kind of mentioned that where specifically playing next to LeBron, you need guys like Malcolm Brogdon who are good basketball players. He's a guy who can run an offense when LeBron goes to the bench. He's a guy that can play next to LeBron when LeBron has the ball in his hands. He's a guy that's going to play a solid enough defense. The only thing about Malcolm Brogdon is he does miss a lot of time. And the Lakers with their history, Anthony Davis has done a better job this year, but with their history and LeBron James being the age that he's at, you want to make sure that that guy that you're getting to be that next piece is someone who can consistently be on the floor. I really just don't see any really good options out there. There are guys that they can trade and they can maybe give them something, but they are in a place where they have to think about now and the future. Zach LaVine, I like Zach LaVine as a third option next to AD and LeBron. But defensively, you potentially lose a lot. You potentially lose a lot. I love DeJounte Murray, but I love DeJounte Murray from San Antonio, where it's all about him. When he's complimenting people, I don't know if I like that. We see in Atlanta, he's there to compliment Trey. It don't look so sexy. So, unfortunately, man, Kyrie will come save them, but they can't get Kyrie.
This is why, like, and we got those rumors from Shams that the Lakers are interested in DeJounte, and I know, like, you say that it doesn't work with DeJounte and Trey. I mean, Trey just can't play off ball whatsoever. I mean, that's just the tall order for him. At least you could say with LeBron, like, he'll give up the opportunity to be off ball for a bit. Sure, he's probably going to have the rock in his hands for most of the time, but with DeJounte, he can do what you just said, P, run the second unit while he's off the floor. And if you're looking for a younger guy, if you're thinking about post after LeBron, he could be there with AD. So I could see why there's some legs to that. But outside of that, like, I don't see, like, they got all the wings. That was the highlight this entire offseason. Oh, the Lakers got all the wings. They got all the wing depth that they need. Or is it just as simple as just needing Gabe Vincent? Is that the answer? Just to have like a Mario Chalmers point guard who'll play off ball and just allow LeBron to be LeBron?
I don't think so. No shot at Gabe Vincent, but I think they need a little bit more. I think it's just as simple as this. Every LeBron James team that has won the main thing has had a surplus of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
You have Anthony Davis and you have LeBron. The other three people need to be shooters, two-way shooters. I think it's just that simple. I don't need D'Angelo Russell to tween and run, do all of this. Hey, go over here. I don't need any pointers and telling people where to go. I need somebody who can guard their man. Now, they don't have to be Ron Artest or Metta World Peace, all NBA defense, but they are at least sound defensive guys who can make shots.
Jay Crowder type player.
Jay Crowder, Taurean Prince has done it at a decent level for the Lakers. You know who does it? You know who does it the best, I think?
Who?
KCP, who they had.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Kuzma. They had Kuzma, too.
And he could run out. What's so great about him? What's so great about KCP? He could run out in transition, too, and make an impact in that way.
The Nuggets aren't giving up. They're keeping KCP for 100%.
But
that should have been the Lakers' mindset, though.
Yeah, it should have been. A clutch guy.
Unbelievable. Caruso, him. I mean, Lakers, there's been some malpractice over the past 4 years. They actually
That's why I don't feel bad, man. That's why I don't feel bad. Like, this is
can't feel bad.
This is a LeBron James thing written all over it.
But honestly, they did make some solid moves this offseason. Like, and I thought the Rui thing was good. Like, they did some good stuff lately, but there's definitely, like, with the Caruso and KCP thing, even back then, we probably talked about this, P, like, that was crazy, like, letting those guys go. Perfect compliments to the guy. LeBron.
When you look at Caruso's contract, 4 year, $37 million. How you let that go?
Yeah.
Hey, man, they were star hunting. That's what the Lakers like to do, and they're trying to do that again when you got names like DeJounte Murray out there.